All right, everybody, we're live. We're live. This is my first time actually creating a proper stream with this. I tried this out a few days ago just to make sure it was gonna work, and apparently it wasn't right now just because I wasn't live, but now I am right. So let's see. Just waiting for Logan to join. A sec. I'm just and apparently yeah, it's working on YouTube. Perfect. Okay. All right. Let me just see. I sent you. I don't know if you're the viewer that's currently watching Logan. I sent you the link. Let me see. Give me a sec. Edit. No, there. No. Edit broadcast comments. Okay. Let's see. All right. Let's see. Give me a sec. Wasn't right now just because I was. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. All right. Just gonna wait. I'm just gonna apparently. Let me see. Give me a sec. All right. All right. Okay. All right. Well, I'm live now. Apparently, there's no one here yet. And let me see. Invite a guest. Let me see. Okay. Let's try this out. Okay. Soap. Let's see. A sec. Let's just check. Make sure everything is running nice and smooth. Okay. Yep. All right. Everything's perfect now. This was originally streamed, like this is originally planned to be streamed at like 10 p.m. I just made it a bit earlier just because I thought he was going to be here at this moment. So, yeah, apparently there's no one here right now, but I sent you the link, Logan. So yeah, just gonna wait for you to join. Let's see. Let's try invite. Okay, let's see. There we go. All right. Let's see. Yo, I'm in Ottawa too. Nice, man. Nice. What part of Ottawa are you in? What neighborhood? It's weird. All right, I'm just gonna. All right, Logan. I don't know if you're here. I don't think you are. I'm gonna send you an email to the for the what's it called for the live stream so that you can join. Nice. I'm in what's it called? Blossom Park. It's near Nepean, man. Yeah. Good stuff. Canada's a bit far from here, but it's nice, man. I've been there before. Pretty nice. You guys got nice locations. The real estate there is going up now. Let's see. Gmail. Okay. Hope this isn't kicking me out. All right, man. Well, I don't know what's your name. UPLERP. All right. Well, you're the only one here. Thank you for being with me. All right. Let's see. Wait, are you there?
All right, here we go.
All right. It's working.
Awesome, bro. What's up? What's up?
Very good, man. Very happy to have you here. How are you doing?
Good. I'm doing good.
Yeah. All right. I have a question. Now, for example, are you looking at the camera? Are you looking like do you use the webcam? Do you use the computer?
Okay, so my webcam is right here. My
Yeah.
actual camera is right here, and then my webcam is this way.
Yeah.
Because my desk is against the wall, and then
Oh.
my camera's on a tripod over here. So.
Okay. Awesome. All right. Well, we're gonna start. All right. So, hello everybody to the one person that's currently watching this, and to the people in the future. I'm very happy to have you here tonight, as it's going to be an amazing collab with my friend Logan Duong, talking about many things that are going to help you level up, talking about many concepts. Obviously, interviewing him. So, first of all, Logan, thank you for being here. I'm very happy to have you here. Very happy to. Yeah, just have you here, man. You've provided a lot of knowledge for me, and I know that you're going to provide a lot of knowledge for the people that watch my videos. So thank you for being here.
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Yeah. All right. So let's just go a little bit about our background. So like, just introduce yourself to my viewers. How old are you? Where are you from?
Okay, yeah. So my name is Logan Duong. I'm 18 years old, and I am the founder and CEO of Alpha's Only Club. I make videos for young guys and guys in general on how to pick up girls, how to use your alpha male mindset to pick up women in general, and how, pickup is not everything, but, all the stages of women from picking up to dating, even to marriage as well, and just having healthy, high quality relationships with women. And because I think it's super important for men nowadays to learn these things, because I'm starting to know so many men nowadays who don't have that father figure to give them that advice, or they have bad father figures who do not show them the right way. So that's why I'm helping guys navigate through the world of women, social media, dating, and everything that comes along with those things. So
Awesome, man. Yeah, to everybody that's here, that's gonna be here. His channel is really good. He had a TikTok, but with all this leftist garbage, they banned him. But apparently, you're trying to get back there, right?
yeah, I just made a TikTok. I made a few TikToks yesterday and today, all blown up as usual. But yeah, I just made some TikToks. I'm at 4,000 followers right now. So yeah, just starting up again.
Yeah. All right. So when this live ends, obviously your handles are going to be down below. So your podcast, your website, everything. So go check this guy out. He's solid. He really knows what he's talking about, man. So very good stuff. All right. So you kind of already explained what you cover in your channel and all, and what you say and the message, of how a lot of men, they lack either a strong father figure or they lack a father figure to begin with in the first place, right? So now I'm just gonna quickly dive into, we already covered your message, but like, what are we doing and why are we doing it? So I'm just gonna quickly go first. So I've been on my self development, self improvement journey for a few years now. It started with working out, and I've made a lot of mistakes. I've gained some good knowledge that works, and now I feel happy. When I give someone advice and it works for them because I know it worked for myself. Like saying, hey, no fap, try no fap. Have you heard of that, Logan? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Try no fap, try cold showers, try Muay Thai, try MMA. Like everything that I've recommended to someone is because I've implemented it in my life, and it works, and it gives pretty good fucking results if you put in the work. And now I feel, hey, we're only 47 people here now. I know one day I'm gonna blow up. And to the 47 people here, I'm very happy to have you here. You're all leveling up. You're all. I'm thankful to have you to have you here to listen to me, and obviously implement these things in your life, because I feel like a big problem, Logan, in this kind of like men's lifestyle communities, that people listen but they don't take action. You know what I mean? And if you
right.
just listen but you don't take action, there's no fucking result. You know what I mean? It's
No,
just a waste of your
yeah.
time. So that's why I personally do it. So what really pushes you? What really says I'm gonna post this video? I'm gonna help these guys.
Well, firstly, I get hundreds and hundreds of messages every single day in my DMs from guys. I get thousands of comments asking questions, and I see a lot of messages from guys who really need the help, and I think that's really important helping them. But even if those guys weren't messaging me, I just had a calling, and I felt like after seeing what's been happening today and just what's happening in society, I just had the need to say something, right? I've always stood for these things. These are all my values. These are all things I've always stood by. These are all things I believed in. Back when I was in school, middle school, and high school, I'd get in arguments with my feminist teachers about all these same topics because this is something I've always stood by. I've always had this need to, want to speak up against feminism, right? And because it's had a very big impact on people in my life, people around me, my friends in school, and that's where it kind of started my journey. But I've always had that calling desire to want to help other men, and at the same time, roast some feminists. So it's something I really want to do, and starting to make some videos on TikTok and Instagram, helping guys. I was able to do those things I wanted to do, and also it was just it just kept going from there. I created opportunity for myself. I took action, and I'm still going with it. So
Awesome. Yeah, very good, man. I'm proud of you. I don't know if that sounds cliche or anything, but I'm proud of you. So
thank you, bro.
yeah, okay. So I want to ask you as well now because I know that you kind of like you said you kind of cover girls and stuff, but you also cover some topics that are related to that, but are kind of diverse. So I'm gonna ask you now an interview a little bit about your stop simping start pimping movement, man. That blew the fuck up, and I don't mean blew the fuck up in the sense of like it just overnight. No, I know you put a lot of work into it. You put a lot of work into your drops, your merch, your podcast. Your live stream with Nathan. I watched one of those. It was really good. He's a cool guy. So I
Yeah.
know you put in a lot of work, and that work has paid off, man. You. I heard you say you got like 130,000 followers on TikTok. Is that correct?
Yeah, so I got 100 and almost 50,000 followers on TikTok and 2 million likes before I got banned. But yeah, overall I've generated over 100, maybe close to 200,000 followers across all platforms.
Yeah.
And TikTok was a big number. Obviously, TikTok is a very it's mostly con followers. It's not actually like solid, strong followers. Nothing like very solid. It's very light. So no serious followers from TikTok, but obviously just numbers in general. Close to 200,000. And yeah.
Yeah, yeah, awesome. Yeah, and you were really able to translate your number from TikTok to YouTube, right? Because actually, I'm nothing big at all on TikTok, but I know that's the problem that some people have had. I heard your live stream the other day with Defund Sipping, right? And he was
Yeah.
saying how he was sort of struggling with translating this growth here to this growth to this growth here. So it's awesome that you were able to do it. Obviously we need more people focused on this, right? And so yeah, so I know you felt it was your calling, right? But what really pushed you to say, I know that my beliefs are in the minority. I know that they're gonna piss a lot of people off, but I don't care. I'm here to help the guys. So what was that one thing, or I guess, and I don't know, many things that really told you I want to focus more on, let's say like the books you've read and providing knowledge from your experiences. Like what really pushed the stop simping, start pimping movement, like kind of your origin story.
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously heartbreaks and, obviously don't wanting other guys to deal with the same thing. That's why I learned the hard way so you guys don't have to. Or, if you guys don't want to listen to me, you guys will eventually learn the hard way. But, reading a lot of books, I started to realize, and I just started looking at the reality of things that, our society is falling apart. And this is a very big deal. Our society is falling apart, and it's currently going to shit because of these progressional beliefs and these just really bad low quality people who share their experiences making it seem like it's good. um, like OnlyFans girls, you see girls like Lana Rhodes telling other women what is a high quality female and what is wife material, and it's just like, dude, you're a porn star. So, but girls listen to them. They have a really big following, and it shows. Geez, why do they have such a big following? It's because sadly, this is what girls are attracted to, right? They're interested in these things, and it all stems from weak men. Just lack of father figures in their lives, lack of strong masculine father figures in their lives, to show them, this is how men actually operate. This is what real men actually are, and this is what like healthy family relationships look like, right? So they grow up never knowing these things. And actually starting to notice on TikTok now, there's like a new thing on TikTok. Like whenever I see a girl shaking ass on TikTok or something, like the top comment is like fatherless activities or fatherless endeavors, and I'm like, dude, this is awesome. Like some guys are actually trying to wake up about this daddy issue thing, because I didn't know about daddy issues. I know a lot of guys still don't know about daddy issues, but I'm starting to see a lot of guys wake up about this whole daddy issues thing.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, man. No, I've like I said, I've been on my self improvement journey for a few years now. But your content, and are you familiar with Richard Cooper?
Yeah.
Guys on his stuff, man. So his content as well, it really helped me awaken myself, and I realized, because back then I would like when I see like I deleted my Instagram, but when I had Instagram, and I just see, hey, this girl post and ask her or whatever, say, she wants attention, she's probably an easy girl, but I never really realized what's deeply behind it, because I'm an insightful guy, but I just didn't have the knowledge, and I was like, I would only see it through here, but I wouldn't actually see, yeah, she probably has she either has an absent father figure or she has a weak father figure, right? Because, like, all right, that's the topic that we're gonna, get a little bit into later on, right? So what's your origin? I think you've covered this before, but for my viewers, what's your origin story with like simping, like your worst simping story?
Yeah, so I think my biggest simp story was I've had a few actually really bad simp stories, and some I didn't even learn from. I just had to, I learned a little things little by little, but I never really learned that the biggest issue was not the girls, but it was actually myself. This is the one thing that I had to learn the hard way. Is like, I kept dating these really low quality chicks, and every single breakup or every single time I got my heart broken, I'd be simping him up and around, and I'd just be wondering why, right? I had no idea why, because I'd be listening to what the girls were saying, which was, "It's not you, it's me," or I just see you more as a friend, or I think we're better off as just friends, things like that. But yeah, I think my biggest sim story, or maybe like my top three, was like when I was talking to this one girl freshman year, right? And she was attracted to me. I was attracted to her. But you know, I treated her like she was better than every other girl. I ditched my friends to hang out with this girl. I ditched other girls to hang out with this girl, right? Because a lot of girls liked me. A lot of girls thought I was attractive, but all that stopped happening. A lot of girls stopped thinking I was attractive when I started chasing and pursuing this one girl. And you know, I thought this whole time I was gonna wife her up. I'm gonna cuff her. I'm gonna lock her down. And then later to find out that she's hanging out and talking to another guy who is the complete opposite of me. Right? He's a dick. He's an asshole. He doesn't like. He literally is talking to six other girls. And I remember getting so triggered about it. I'd be telling her, you know, this guy's talking to other girls. This guy's talking to other girls. I was trying to be the white knight in shining armor, right, Captain Savaho. And you know, I was trying to save her from this horrible dude, but then she just still kept going to him, right? And then you know, I never even kissed this girl. I never even did anything to this girl, and you know, I was just such a simp for her. And I remember, you know, me FaceTiming her almost every single night. It was just horrible. FaceTiming her all the time and just wasting so much time and energy, and it was just really bad. It was really bad. And you know, that's probably one of my biggest sim stories. But you know, I have a few, but you know, that's when I, you know, when I started finding out more about Corey Wayne is after, you know, a few more heartbreaks, and that's when I started getting on my journey.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I see. So okay, great. So okay, so that was your biggest sim story, right? I don't really. Okay, I'm just gonna tell mine. I don't really have a sim story now. Here's the thing with me that it's like kind of I don't know, kind of weird, I guess you could say. So when I first of all I to kind of like bring background to this, I'm Mexican, but I grew up in China. I lived there for 9 years, and I've only dated like two girls, which wasn't really serious. It was when I was younger, and it was like when I was like around 13 to 14, and I don't think you could really call that a simp thing. Like I wasn't that I recall putting in too much effort. You know what I mean? I mean, like, bro, I was a fucking savage, man. Like, I hope I don't get like demonetized by this on YouTube, man. But I was fucking fingering my girlfriends at the movie theater, at the like, bro, we were at a mall once, and the elevator was here, right? And we
Yeah.
were like literally like outside here. I was just like fucking just playing around there, and there are a lot of cameras in China, man. Like, and I fucking like my friend told me once, hey, there's cameras in the movie theaters. I'm like, oh fuck, so I'm not doing that again.
Yeesh.
But so yeah, so anyways, I had those two girlfriends, and I moved away. My mom works for the Mexican government. That's why I've always moved around, and it kind of hurt me when I left my last girlfriend because I broke. It's fucking like look at how much of a dick I was. I guess like I broke up with my first girlfriend because I didn't want to like hurt her when I was leaving, and then I go with the second girl because I was like, she's just too hot. I have to have her. You know what I mean?
Nice.
So
Nice.
I mean, I was selfish in some way, for her, but she obviously got over it. And so once I went away, man, it was like I was never on my purpose, like now, like with YouTube and with what else I want to do. But I wanted to improve, So I went MGTOW, and we're gonna cover that a bit later because like there's look, I believe that MGTOW can have benefits depending on how you do it, but most of the time it's just shit. So
Yeah.
that was the case for me, man. It was shit. Like I was going when he took it. I was like, no, man, this fuck this. I'm gonna improve myself. I'm gonna work out all this and that. But at the same time, I was very blue pilled, so that doesn't work. You can't go MGTOW and be blue pilled at the same time, man.
Yeah.
And I missed out on a lot of opportunities. But all right, my biggest sim story to get to that point. So this girl, right? This was last year. I was still on the MGTOW bullshit journey, and we had a parenting class, bro. So the class is called teaching kids, like teaching guys how to raise healthy kids or something. So I thought they're gonna be like, okay, teach your kid to wrestle, to use guns, to like be jacked, you know what I mean? And it was just a parenting course, but there were a lot of girls there, so that was good.
Yeah.
And there was this one girl, and pretty attractive Filipino girl. I'm more attracted to Asian girls and Hispanic girls. So yeah, so she was pretty attractive, and I felt the choosing signals. I saw the choosing signals, but again, I was on my MGTOW garbage, and I didn't do anything. And then I really kind of started like falling for her a few months ago, and bro, I reached out to her friends. I contacted her through her school email just to get to the top.
Yo.
Oh man, yeah. And you know what's fucking worse is that she added me back on Snapchat like 3 days ago after having me like after having me there for 4 months on my request, and I just didn't talk to her, man. Like, have some self respect. I was saying to myself. But yeah, that was my biggest sim story, man. And from a guy who I thought I was pretty badass because I was going MGTOW, that was a pretty simpy thing to do, man.
No, yeah, I used to be a complete savage before I got into school, into the school system. Like during summer or like maybe in middle school, I was still pretty savage. I'd be dating girls, I'd break up with them, date another girl, break up with them, but I never touched them at all. Like we held hands. That was it, dude. That was it.
Yeah,
Like we never did anything. But back then I was just savage. I did it just because I thought it was funny, because I saw a bunch of other couples like actually dating each other and actually like getting heartbroken back in like middle school. So I'd do it as like a parody to like fuck around with them. And then, a bunch of girls start calling me a fuck boy. And then I think in like freshman year, I was like, oh no, I don't want to be a fuck boy anymore. I don't want to be a fuck boy. And then that's totally when I lost like all my game. And then I got it back like probably sophomore year.
yeah,
So
yeah, man. And like I said, we'll get into MGTOW later. But what was so weird for me was for like a few years when I was like going MGTOW, I was like, how is it possible? I'm better looking. I'm getting more jacked. You know what I mean? I'm leveling up, but I can't get pussy. And when I was like 13, 14, like I said, I was fingering my girls at the fucking mall. And
yeah.
I was a skinny, kind of, I don't know, ugly. I have a little bit of acne. I didn't have acne back then. It was just sort of weird to me. But yeah, man, definitely. There's a whole like transitional phase, I guess you could say, from blue pill to red pill. So you've said that Corey Wayne has really helped you, right? And his books, right?
Yeah, and a lot of people say Corey Wayne's a little bit more blue pilled, which I think he is a little bit, but not too much. I think he still tells the truth, but he tells it in a way that's also attractive to women, and that's why a lot of his audience is actually women. He has 10% audience of women. That's pretty good for a male focused and driven channel. Okay, 10% women. That's crazy. Most red pill channels only have 1% to 2% of women. 21 Studios, they make videos of men and women, but they still have only 5% audience of women. And so Corey Wayne definitely targets some female audiences as well in some of his videos. And that's why some people say he's a little bit more blue pill, a little bit more chilled out. Because I've seen some red pill videos. I've seen a lot of red pill videos. I've seen a lot of Corey Wayne's videos. I've actually watched all of Corey Wayne's videos, but yeah, I mean Corey Wayne, I think he's really good. I think he's one of the best dating coaches out there. He's been doing it for more than a decade. He has over 3,000 videos and they're all free. He gives his books away for free as well. It doesn't get much better than that, So, and this is all just free information. You don't have to pay for anything to watch his videos. It's just literally everything's free. That's the one thing I definitely like about Corey Wayne. And after reading and watching his videos, I definitely learned a lot about women, but I definitely learned a lot about myself after reading his book. So yeah, Corey Wayne, he's really good dating coach and relationship coach for sure.
Yeah, he's like the goat, man. Yeah, I've listened to a couple of his videos, and yeah, like I mean, I don't necessarily like see the blue pill part of like him like being like the guys that are very blue pilled, but I do see him telling things and giving his message in a very like not kind of like your way or kind of like my way with my recent videos, like where you don't care about people's feelings, like you want to get to the point because it's not about if you hurt their feelings, it's about if you teach them something, right? So yeah, but definitely his stuff is good, man. You put me on his stuff. I've been listening to his audiobook, The 3% Man. It's good, and like you said, it's free knowledge, it's free value. So I don't understand why people want to take it, man. But yeah, there's a lot of guys that are hesitant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I've watched a few of. Yeah, that's the one thing the only thing I hear from a lot of other dating coaches, I've seen a few dating coaches bash Corey Wayne, um, is because he's a relationship coach. He's not a pickup artist. He's a relationship coach. So that's what a lot of people don't understand is he teaches people how to have healthy and happy relationships. He doesn't teach guys how to just fuck girls. Okay, if he just did that, then he'd be more like AMS, right? But he's not. So that's why Corey Wayne's a little different. He's a relationship coach for men and women. A few other dating coaches are more for guys trying to pick up and get with chicks. So
Yeah, awesome. I see. So, what would you consider yourself? Kind of a yeah. What would you consider yourself?
I think for me, using the alpha mindset. Alpha mindset works in dating, relationships. It works with pickup as well. So I think I want to be more balanced as well. I also want to. The thing is, Corey Wayne, his videos are great, but also he he needs to know how to target his videos towards a younger audience. A lot of young guys don't like watching Corey Wayne, maybe because the style of his videos are a little older. You know, maybe he's just an older guy himself, so young guys don't like watching him. So that's a few things. You know, he's been starting to turn his videos into podcasts, which are pretty good. I've been watching those. But you know, there's a few things that he could do to find the younger audience. And for me, for example, it was going on TikTok and targeting the young guys who are going through the same things I used to go through as well. And also, I'm a young guy as well, so these guys who see my videos, they can relate to me, and they're more likely to listen when they see a person who's in their same position, their same age, and everything else. And also, just that's for me, using the alpha mindset is part of being a part of 3% Club, So this is the reason why I called it Alpha's Only Club, is it's kind of branch off from the 3% Club, because people who are in the 3% Club, and if you know Corey Wayne's videos, you know what 3% Club is, but, everyone in the 3% Club are alpha males, right? And so I just wanted to kind of hone in on that alpha mindset and that masculine energy, and, I think that's super important.
Yeah, for sure. I am. I really noticed that with you, and I really thought to myself, what you're really succeeding in as well is attracting younger guys, right? And that could be because you're a younger guy yourself. That's also because your style of video, you do I guess you could say kind of vlogs, like with your friends when you did the kickback thing, right? Yeah, the parties, all that stuff, right? And that really draws the attention to the
It
younger guys.
does.
So
Yep.
the thing, because this is a business, man. Like maybe not for me, I'm not making money, but for you, it definitely is, man. And a business needs to solve a problem, and I feel like that's the big problem that you've solved is getting younger guys. Not everybody, like you say, man, like you say, it's a 3% thing. Only 3% of guys are gonna listen, and out of those 3%, only a fewer guys are actually gonna take action and put in the fucking work, right?
Yeah. Exactly. And the one thing I noticed was, here are my I love Danny Duncan. I love Corey Wayne. I love guys who fuck around. See, so the one thing I love about Danny Duncan, or guys who like film vlogs, these guys don't really give fucks. Okay, they do whatever they want. They don't really give any fucks. They just blow shit up. They shoot guns, and they're not focused on girls, but I can tell they could get girls by just having fun. This is what I wanted to emphasize on, is having fun. And that's why, I show my life of me having fun. I'm a pretty playful person. I'm not very serious, and that's the one thing I wanted to bring light to, of like, the alpha mindset is a lot of people misinterpret the alpha mindset for being super hyper aggressive, and I kind of wanted to add that playful sense of James Bond, everything like that. And so that's what I've been doing, and a lot of guys are enjoying that much more than being super serious, or thinking or just assuming the alpha mindset is all being about being serious. And so when I tell guys, alpha mindset is not about being serious, playful. It's just all about doing whatever the fuck you want to do. And so this is, people are starting to realize, oh, I can consider Danny Duncan an alpha male, right? Because he does whatever the fuck he wants to do. He doesn't care what other people think. And so, I wanted to combine what Danny Duncan does to kind of dating relationship videos as well, because I know the same kids who watch Danny Duncan's videos are going through the same dating relationship problems, and Danny Duncan doesn't solve those problems for them, so they have to, they have to ask their friends who are also simps. They have to ask their girlfriends who are going to give them very shitty advice, or girls that are their friends that are going to give them really shitty advice. And I know for me example, I watched all these same YouTubers when I was a simp, and so it would have been great if I could find a YouTuber that could combine all those things, having fun, being playful, and also dating advice and life advice as well. So
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely, man. That's the problem, when you're going for advice, but you go to your friends that are simps, right? That are blue pilled as well, because you don't really get what you need to get, right? It might be what you want to hear in the moment, oh, just keep trying, just yeah, bro, give her everything, but it's not what you need to hear, man. And emotions, people involve their emotions a lot, man. Like I've tried putting friends on your stuff, and I've tried putting them on my stuff as well. You know what I mean? And like I had a call with one of my buddies. He's like, yeah, he's a, I would say, like a childhood friend, and he asked me like, yo, dude, should I have a present that I bought for my ex, but I haven't seen her in a year. And I told her, I told him, why are you even questioning having her in your life? Did you fuck in the past? Are you going to fuck? Do you plan on fucking? No. So why? She's your ex. It's not healthy. You know what I mean? But some guys just don't understand, man.
yeah, it's sad. It's sad. I still have, there's a lot of guys who still follow me, but they still ask questions. They don't like to watch any of my videos, but they like to ask some stupid ass questions just like that. So
Yeah, man. Like you always say, you can You can take the horse to the water, but you can't force it to drink. It's the truth.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, you can't.
Yeah. All right. So now, would you consider yourself red pilled as well?
Yeah, I consider myself more red pilled. I'm not hardcore red pill. I'm not. I'm not promoting guys. I think. Well, what do you consider hardcore red pill? Because for me, for example, I consider hardcore red pill. I just see a lot of the hardcore red pill dudes. They just start to just not like women. They just and they blame women for a lot of their problems. And so for me, for example, it's easier, right? So a lot of guys get attracted to the red pill, right? They get divorced from their wife, or the wife divorces them, cheats on them, and then you see a video on why these girls belong in the streets, or why these girls must be stopped or whatever, and so they hop on this bandwagon of red pill, of just not liking or disliking these women. And I'm more of on the side of, hey, you're the one who dated her, that's your fault, right? So taking ownership. But it's kind of it's very rare to see some red pill guys do that, but I've seen a few hardcore red pill guys kind of get on that bandwagon of just hating women and blaming women for their problems, instead of taking ownership and understanding, well, you were the guy who dated them and wanted to date them. So
Absolutely, yeah, no, that's a. All right, so just diving real quick, I'll just give my opinion on what the red pill is. So, I feel like, well, obviously there are misconceptions, but the red pill, in essence, is the community of men mainly that have either gone through experience or that have simply learned from somebody else's experience, aka learning the easy way, and that are there providing guys, young guys, old guys, whatever, the advice so that they don't make their same mistakes, so that they don't have to go through the divorce, so that they don't have to go through the heartbreak, right? So that's my opinion on what it is. Now, here's the problem, right? The misconceptions, and obviously, there's extremism, I guess is the word, for everything, man. For religion, for politics, for I mean, you see all these social justice wars with pink hair. There's extremism for everything, right? So
yeah,
the thing here with red pill, what I see like is the extreme way, aka the hardcore way, is these guys that like most of their problems they're blaming it on women. They can't take ownership, and also they're providing. Don't get me wrong, they provide some value, but they don't provide it from a place like you, like Coach Corey Wayne, like me, in some way where it's like you want to help these guys. They provide it in a place where it's like I want you to look down on women. I want you to realize that all women are the same. That all women are trash. That you don't know, like even some black pilled guys that are like, don't even bother fixing yourself up because you're fucked. You're fucked in some way. All women are this way, or you're short, whatever it may be. You're
yeah,
screwed. You know what I mean? So
yeah. I've seen some black pill videos, and they're funny. They are funny.
yeah, yeah, that's just crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, most red pill is good. I think everyone should learn about the red pill for sure. If you're blue pilled, red pill, definitely learn about the red pill for sure. I think it's definitely important.
Absolutely, yeah. All right, so you around what age was it that you started awaking to the reality?
Well, I think it was when I started watching and listening to Corey Wayne. But I didn't even actually know what the red pill was until I actually started making videos on TikTok, and then people would comment, based as fuck, bro. This is red pill as fuck, bro. And I was like, what the fuck is based and what the fuck is red pill? I have no idea what this is. And then I started searching up those terms. I started going down the red pill rabbit hole. And yeah, I just started learning more about it. I started learning about all these terms in the dating world, or the manosphere, right? And yeah, that's when I started learning about it. But yeah, and then I started to realize, oh, I agree with everything they say. I mean, I agree with like 99.9% of everything they say. So I've been on the red pill for a while.
Awesome, yeah, great stuff. So, what other forms? Because in some way, that is self improvement, right? Like you're improving yourself in one aspect of your life, man. Like for example, with lifting, you're improving yourself with your health in many ways. With preventing horrible shit that would happen when you're older, and getting jacked, looking aesthetically better, having aesthetic performance. So everything that you do kind of improves yourself. Even this thing with red pill, this thing with women, right? So, what other forms of self improvement have you taken upon, and who has sort of like inspired you or taught you?
Yeah, and like I said, like most of it was from Corey Wayne to want to self improve, but mostly from just seeing so many people not want to improve made me want to improve. I saw I saw the most people who had the most benefits in their life and had the most success in their life were people that put in the most effort into themselves. Not into women, not into making like money. It was just into themselves. The best investment is yourself. And I started finally realized I gotta start focusing on myself. I gotta start working out. I gotta start, really toughening my mind and learning. And that's when I really got interested in reading books. I wasn't interested in reading books in school, unless it was Corey Wayne's book, and then I started from that. I started reading 40 Laws of Power, Hard Times Create Strong Men, The Way of the Superior Man. I started reading all these books, and I love it just because that's something I'm passionate about. And I think that's one thing, why I see so many dudes just not wanting to read in school like me, just because they give us some shitty books to read. And it's just like, dude, no one wants to read about that stuff. And then, when they give us an option to read or find a book that we like, imagine if some kid in middle school or high school wrote a book about hard times create strong men. That would trigger everyone. That kid would get fucking expelled, dude.
Yeah.
So, it's just how it is.
Yeah. Absolutely, man. Yeah. No, there's a I don't regret this, right? Because I couldn't have, like, look. First of all, I believe that regret is pathetic in some way because it's like you're trying to, okay, you're trying to change something kind of that can't be changed, or you're trying to view something in a different way. Like it's not worth it, right? Like it doesn't mean anything. But so I can't regret it because I can't change it. But when I was going to school, because like I said, man, I live in Ottawa here in Canada, and COVID, it was bad. It wasn't as bad as it's been in many parts of the states, but the government here was so paranoid. We're literally closing everything down, making everybody get vaccinated. Like it was a shit show. Okay, so I stopped going to school in, like, I don't know, February or something, and they closed everything, and I was never able to go back. And I've been getting woke, I guess you could say, about red pill for like the past 3 months. So I was never able to really like voice my opinions in the classroom, and that's something that I would have loved to do because I would have loved to see, or I would have loved to hear, what people would have to say, against the facts. Because yeah, man, the truth is most people can't handle the truth. It's as simple as that, man. We're very evolved as a creature. Like I believe we're all animals, man. It's simply biology. Like you can argue with me, anybody can argue with me. They can't win this argument because it's backed by science. We are all animals. We come from chimps, you know what I mean? But a problem that we have, even though we're very evolved, is that a lot of people are very emotional, or that they can't control their emotions. So kind of what I want to say here is that like a part of, like, all this garbage about toxic masculinity, which isn't true, is that they say that real men show their emotions. Now look, bro, here's my thoughts on this. Alpha man has emotions, but it's not emotional. So the difference is that having emotions, you get pissed, you get happy, you get sad, but you control it, right? And you don't act upon it. Being emotional is when you act upon it. When you say, "Oh, well, she canceled my plans. I'm gonna expose her nudes," or whatever the fuck it may be. You know what I mean? Like, there's a big difference. So, what are your thoughts on men and being emotional?
Yeah, emotions are always going to happen, and all that matters is what you do about it, right? So, a girlfriend breaks up with you. Do you go out and, like you said, expose her nudes? Do you get mad, salty, triggered, upset, and you go fight the guy she's talking to now, or do you just think about things logically and take a third step back, which was, this girl's not worth my energy or my time because of A, B, C, and D. Actually, I should invest that energy into working out, starting a business, or talking to a girl who's actually way more interested in me and way hotter. And it's all about redirecting your energy and your emotions towards something else, and that's what emotional self control is all about. Is understanding what power is. You cannot. A lot of people understand what emotional self control is, but they don't understand power. If they understood power, they'd love emotional self control. So if you could learn about power from sales or with dating or just power in general, how to have power over people and what makes you powerful, what makes people want you, right? If you learn that, then emotional self control becomes something you want to learn even more because those things come hand in hand, right? So power is thinking about things logically and analytically and not acting on your emotions. Any guy who acts upon their emotion has no power in themselves and no power over people. And this is just how it is. So definitely power and emotions go hand in hand. And guys who don't have any power, which are simply weak men, they don't have leverage over people. They're just in a position of weakness all the time. And they're always constantly just putting out all their emotions out there. And this is why it's being promoted for men to let out all their emotions, to act on their emotions, because they don't want men in power. They don't want men having power, because when men have power, you can't control them. But when men don't have power, you can control them. This is why, you see the main propaganda and the main, agenda is to get men weak. And when men are weak, they don't have power. And when men are weak, you can control them. You get them to do what you want.
Exactly, man. Yeah, that's really a lot. That's really like the big thing that's happening with all these masculine women, right? And taking control of the relationship, right? So just real quick, UPLERP says lack of improvement from others makes it much easier to get ahead, and that is so true, bro. Because like blue pill guys, they obviously ain't gonna like it, but guys that are okay with the truth, okay with reality, they will. Competition is everywhere, and you need to be comfortable with competition because that's just gonna make you grow, bro. So yeah, bro, like literally, I'm very insightful. I'm walking through school, and I think I see these fucking guys, they're twigs. They probably I can fuck them up in a fight. They have bad fashion sense. They're not confident with what they can't change, and that makes you realize just how powerful I can be. Obviously, like with what I've already done, and if I control myself emotionally, because I have had that problem. I've had that problem with saying, fuck, I'm pissed, I'm gonna break a wall. And that's not smart, man. It's not strength because I push on my channel. The big message I push is having emotional, mental, and physical strength. If you don't have that, you have nothing. Literally, you have nothing. You've lost control, and by losing control of the things that you can't control as a man, you're fucked. You're fucked. It's as simple as that, man.
Right. Yeah, so people get upset about external things, and you cannot let those external things affect your internal, because once you do that, you have those external things have power over your internal. If those external things are able to trigger you, then those external things have power over you. This is how bullying works as well. If that bully is an external thing. If that bully is able to affect how you feel on the inside, make you cry and make you ball up, then yes, you are in a position of weakness, and that bully has power over you. If you don't allow that bully, which is the external thing, to affect how you feel, and you know how to deal with bullies, which is simply not giving a fuck, or making him your friend, right? And this is one quote from 48 Laws of Power is why I'm pretty sure it's like if you make your friend your enemy, I'm pretty sure you destroyed your enemy, right? Or yeah, if you make your enemy your friend, that means I destroyed him, right? It's some form of destroying him. And
Yeah.
it's so true. When you can make your enemies your friend, that's already a form of disabling them. So things like that is just understanding that there's ways to deal with them, and if you know how to control your emotions and think about things logically and analytically, that those things don't have power over you. They don't.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. This guy just has a question for you, so I'm just gonna let him type him out. All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, no, but also, all right. Were you gonna say something?
No, yeah, I want to see this question.
Okay, yeah. Just wait for him to type it out. But yeah, no, what I was gonna say as well is when you humble a bully, yeah, that they might be your friend, or like they might not have some kind of like they might not still pick on you. They might still have some kind of grudge with you. But if you can
Mhm.
humble them, and even if you don't make them your friend, even if you do whatever the case may be, yeah, it's important. All right, so there's the question.
How do you agree with a girl without seeming like a pussy? It definitely depends on what it is. If you say something you want first, and then she says something different that goes against what you want, and you agree with that just because you want something out of it, then yeah. But yeah, if you actually agree with her, if you guys weren't disagreeing, if she says something first and you already agree with it, then yes, then that's it. Then it's fine. But obviously, if something you say first, like, hey, I want to go here, and then she says, oh, actually, I want to go here, and you change what you want to please her, then yes, that's being a pussy. But if you genuinely actually agree with what she has to say, then I would just nod your head and say, let's go. That's it. That's pretty much it. It's pretty easy and effortless when girls agree with you, and you share the same values and goals and beliefs with them as well. It's pretty easy and effortless.
Awesome. Yeah, man. Yeah, I think that like I mean, this not only happens with girls, right? It might happen with someone who's trying to be your friend. You know what I mean? Right? Like this, yeah, he said something. Ignore them.
Got into an argument with an LGBTQ snowflake and the other week about genders. LMAO. Yeah, I mean that's something you can disagree on. And I've had plenty of girls I've disagreed with, and it's funny. I go on dates with girls, and they bring up my Instagram. Like they stalk me. Okay, girls will stalk your Instagram, guys, and they will see everything you do. So they check out Alpha's Only Club, they check out my YouTube channel, they check out my podcast, they stalk the fuck out of me, and this is what all girls do. That's why I say have a solid social media. But girls will stalk me, and then they'll bring up what is Alpha's Only Club, or why don't you like feminism? And I just out of nowhere, and it's just to test you, and it's just to see how you react, and it's funny. But yeah, I disagree with a lot of girls on a lot of dates, and I just smile about it, and I get them frustrated. But at the end of the day, I know, hey, these girls are attracted to me, and they're gonna end up in my bed, and they do. So
Awesome, man. I hope that sorry, this is fucking dry. I hope that answered your question. I don't know how you pronounce your name, Uplerp. But yeah, if you have any more questions, feel free, man, to ask them. I mean, we got the goat here of the young guys, Logan. So definitely ask questions.
yeah, for sure. You guys ask questions.
Rights. But now it's gone to shit. Absolutely, yeah, yeah. Feminism has gone to shit nowadays.
So what are you? Do you have you? So this is going on your YouTube channel. This is live streaming to your YouTube channel, right?
That's correct.
Okay, and then what's your TikTok?
My TikTok is called Enrique Eddie. So Enrique _ Eddie.
Okay.
And
Okay.
you gave me really good advice. I'm not gonna lie, man. I haven't put in the effort at all in TikTok, and there's no excuse. I mean, like I have many things that are currently going on in my life that I've been focusing. Like I'm moving very soon and all this and that, and just a lot of things that are very very important in my life. So I haven't put any effort into that. But now I'm really starting to get pressure just due to some factors. But definitely, man, I don't forget all the value that you gave me that time that time that I joined your link, and I'm definitely gonna
Mhm.
put it into good use. Just now, it's not big, but yeah. All right. So this guy says, Logan, I've been following you since February. Don't get how your shit's even offensive.
Yeah, it's not really offensive. If you think about it, if we go back like 50 years, like everything I'm saying right now is pretty normal, like not even close to as bad as, what was actually said. And what I say is pretty average. I mean, it's everyone thinks it, and just too many people are afraid to say it, right? That's just how it is. So, when people watch my videos, like, yep, they agree 100%, but too many people are just don't want to talk about it online, or they don't want to talk about it in general because they're afraid of, getting canceled. But you know, everything I say is, it's pretty agreeable if you're pretty normal and you don't get butthurt about things, which most people shouldn't be. And if you do get butthurt about what people say, you really need to look in the mirror and question, why the fuck am I getting my feelings hurt over what someone has to say online? It's not even to your face. They're not trying to physically hurt you. They're not trying to do anything to you. It's all online. So if you get physically butthurt from that stuff, or you get, emotionally butthurt, you definitely need to look in the mirror and ask yourself, why am I so soft? So,
Yeah, for sure. No, man. Mike Tyson said people have gone too comfortable nowadays talking shit online without having to handle the consequences of getting punched in the face. And it's so true, man. Hey, I'm not saying like if you obviously you've wrestled, right? I've done jiu-jitsu, more time getting into MMA soon, but if you have experience in martial arts and combat sports, you don't want to fuck someone up because you can do it in a pretty humiliating way. But still, so I'm trying to say that violence is not always the ideal way you should handle it. You should handle these people that are talking shit. But it's the truth, man. People feel very comfortable because they're behind this thing, man. They're behind this thing, talking shit, saying, "Oh, this Alpha's Only Club guy's a jerk," you know what I mean? All this stuff, and
yeah.
they don't have to face the consequences. And it's true,
Yeah.
man. People are very soft nowadays.
Yeah, and then, I've never had a single person come up and talk to me and say the same things that they say online. I've actually only had people who meet me in person who are big fans of what I have to say and listen to my podcast. I meet guys in the gym all the time. I've been going to this new gym, and every single day I meet a fan in the gym, and it's funny because they all listen to my podcast and everything. But I've only met supporters. I've only met guys at parties, and I've only met girls at parties who, like, they're like, oh my god, you're that guy from Alpha's Only Club. And I'm like, oh my god, you're way cuter in person, things like that. And it's funny, I only get support. I'm probably, there's probably people who notice me who don't like me or claim to not like me. But when it comes in person, I think, sadly, just so many people are too soft, and they just prove me right. So
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, man. This guy says I work at McDonald's. Sometimes when I see your blue hair, I
I think if you click on it, I think you can pin the comment to the screen.
let's see. Let's see. I'm new to this stuff. Let's see. All right. It says put user in timeout. Wait, how do you do that? So I click on it
Oh,
and then
there you go.
oh, there
There
it is.
you
All right.
go. Golden.
Yeah, no, man, you gotta. I mean, hey, you can't do anything physical, but if that's what you gotta do at work, good job, man. You gotta do something about these people.
So troll. So troll.
Very good stuff. All right, man. So what I want to say as well with you, that obviously like we already kind of covered this in a subconscious way that there's a big lack of leadership, man, especially for young guys. A big lack of leadership. I mean, you cover mainly girls, right? But
Yeah.
there's a big lack of leadership about everything, man. About everything that a father is supposed to teach his kid. There's a lack of leadership nowadays, right? From households on their own of either having an absent father or not having a strong one, let's say, or simply just it is what it is, man. I mean, there's a big lack of leadership. So how what did you say? Fuck, I forget sometimes. But I don't know. I want to say as well that that's something very I mean I guess you could say that's a very the strongest thing you've done, right? Is you become a leader, right? And a leader has power, and you push that a lot in your videos. Having power, having like for example, girls are having the power to say this girl. Well, first of all, I don't even know if she's high value, low value, and second of all, I have options. If this doesn't work, it doesn't matter. There's still Anna, Cindy, Sophie, all these other girls, right? And that's power right there. And like you said, man, a lot of guys don't understand the power behind power, man. So there's a big lack of leadership, nowadays in the community.
Yeah, with any negotiation, you need power behind what you're negotiating about, and the uh the the biggest power move is having the ability to walk away. That's the strongest position of negotiation, is having the power or having the balls to walk away at any given time. And this is part of negotiation. This was sales and everything you're gonna learn in life, and negotiating is everything. So once you learn how to talk to girls, trust me, it's much easier after that. Like, you'll know if you could translate girls to everything else you do in life, it's very effective. Okay, and if you could translate business to girls, it's also very effective. Same thing with sales to girls. It's just how it is. If you're chasing after one client, trying to get them to buy your product, and they're not interested in buying your product, and you spend hours and hours trying to get them to buy your product, compared to the guy who has hundreds of thousands of customers he's calling every single day trying to get them to buy products, who do you think is going to get more money in the end? It's the guy who's calling and picking up the phone and having options with his clients and his customers, right? And so and this is why sales, and why I love sales, and also just business and women, is because it translates to both sides. Is you have to see yourself as the product. You have to see yourself as a high value product that people are going to want to buy, and you have to somewhat sell yourself to want that person to buy that product, right? You're trying to get that person to buy that product. So the best way is to show that, hey, this product's in demand and it's not going to last forever. Someone else is going to buy it. If you don't buy it, someone else will. And that gives people that, oh fuck, I got to grab it right now, right? And so learning that simple skill of, oh, I can translate this over to girls. Having options with girls allows me to actually get more girls chasing and pursuing me, because they see me as a catch, right? Because scarcity creates value. Some guys just simply don't understand that. I think that's one thing a lot of guys gotta learn, is learn about sales, learn how to sell shit, and it's definitely gonna help with girls as well if you know how to translate it to that.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, not really relevant to what you just said,
Yeah.
but what do you think Black Lives Matter is all about? What do you think Pride is all about? It's all about sales in some way, man. It's all about marketing. It's all about,
Yep.
hey, we're gonna stamp this here, and all these young guys, all this Gen Z, are gonna come and buy this and this and that. So that's obviously unrelated, but it's true, man. You need to see yourself as a catch. So I'm gonna dive a bit into MGTOW now because it's kind of related to this. So even when I was going MGTOW, I knew I was a catch. And not as much of a catch as I am now, because if you're always improving, you're on the right path, and I've always been improving, so I'm better than I was before, but I was still a catch. So now, right, I want to give my thoughts on MGTOW, because I said I believe that most of MGTOW is unnecessary, and a lot of it is garbage. Because here's the thing, bro. Most men that go MGTOW, it's not really because of them. It's not really because of how they feel. It's because of what they've experienced. Which in some way is them. But their experiences with women. Maybe they had an LTR. Maybe it's just that they couldn't find high quality women. Maybe it was a marriage. Something much bigger. These men, they go like the most extreme case. They buy a fucking cabin in the woods, like the horror movie. They hunt. They do awful things. But they exclude themselves from society, and they exclude themselves from women, which is not the solution. So look, here's my thoughts on MGTOW. I think MGTOW can work for you for a certain amount of time, a short one, if you have a good reason. So what I mean is for example, okay, so I haven't covered this on my channel, but I got really addicted to porn for a while. Wait, we got okay, thinking. I got really addicted to porn, man. It was when I was on my MGTOW journey, and I never had a solid reason for going on it. You know, it's just like, oh, I'm not interested in talking to girls right now. You know, whatever. So if you, especially if you're addicted to porn, right, or if you're just addicted to, you know, to fucking, because that is a possible addiction, right? If that's becoming a distraction from your mission and purpose, which is the actual goal, yeah, okay, from your mission and purpose, which is the actual goal in life, then yeah, I think you should go make towel for like 1 week or 1 month, so you can see the power of not having any women in your life, or at least because like if it's something very problematic with you, because hey, if you can handle it, then you don't need to go that extreme. But if you can't handle it, it's like porn, man. Go 30 days without porn. Go 30 days without girls, man. You will see how much time, how much power on your dick down there, on your head up here, on your fist up here, the power that you will possess in just 1 fucking month, man. It's crazy. You know what I mean? So those are my thoughts on MGTOW. What are yours?
Yeah, so I'm not. MGTOW stands for men going their own way. And what do they promote for MGTOW? Do they promote like it's just beneficial overall to just avoid women, because the society's fucked? Is that what they promote it as? Because for me, if you're going your own way, you're not actually helping society. You're not actually. That's not actually that's actually not your purpose or your mission to go full MGTOW. Because part of your purpose is to create babies. That's pretty much it, is to repopulate. So that's part of our purpose, and going MGTOW is not really fulfilling that purpose, I don't think. So that's the one thing I disagree with MGTOW is, also women, they want to see the best version of yourself. They make you, they don't make you, but sometimes they put you in positions to make you want to learn how to become better. And they challenge you, right? A good woman who's on your team is gonna always want to see the best out of you, and that's just what you want. You want a cheerleader on your team. You want a teammate on your team. But for MGTOW, I don't see it as something that's obviously not going to be effective long term, because all the MGTOW guys aren't going to create any babies. So what the fuck? It's not going to last forever. Think about it. It's not like a consistent reproduction of more people creating more MGTOW stuff. So MGTOW is I don't think it's going to last forever. Obviously, I mean, if the videos are on YouTube, then people are going to find them. But they're not gonna like be able to share these MGTOW stories to their kids, or something like that. But I don't know. Maybe they have kids and then they go MGTOW. I have no idea. So it
Yeah,
just depends.
I see. Yeah, no, I'm not really that well known with all that stuff, but I do know, yeah, that the main purpose is to get away. Like that's really the only purpose. It's to get away from women, not to go away from your mission and purpose. But like, okay, so the thing with MGTOW is that like it can like from my understanding is that it can be kind of like simple, I guess you could say, where it's like you live where you live, you do your job, you just try to avoid women in a sexual way, like you still interact with them. And
Yeah.
then there's the extreme case, like I told you, where you go and you fucking live in a cabin in the woods, right? So, right, I think you saw the comment. I'm just gonna pin it for this guy. Do you know about the slogan?
I don't know what true to you is. No.
All right, so Trudeau is the Prime Minister of Canada, and okay, I actually I'm just gonna call you Upler. I didn't know about this, man. I didn't know about this. Okay, so here obviously, like I think in the states is the same thing, that Pride Month, a month of Pride, and now Trudeau, who's the Prime Minister, apparently wants to make it a whole season, so not just 1 month, a couple months. Wow, I did
Yeah, I
not know.
mean, if they want to be equal and they want to be treated equally, either they add a straight month and a white history month and an Asian history month and a rainbow colored history month and a purple Asian month. If they want to be equal and they want to, and gays want to be equal and they want to be treated equally, you have to have equal consequences, and you have to have equal responsibilities as well. You cannot just have all of the unequal privileges and then do the unequal things, right? It doesn't make any sense. Like, you cannot just be you're doing exactly what everyone else says. You're just another human being. You should not get a whole month just because you're gay. I think there's much more important things than to be gay. I think you shouldn't be proud. I'd say you shouldn't be how should I word this right? I mean, you shouldn't be using that as your whole identity. If being gay is your whole identity, you definitely need to focus on your mission purpose and find what your true identity is. Because if your whole identity is about being gay, you know, how does that make you special, right? It's not, it doesn't make you special. You should have an identity based off for you as this is who you are, and this is what I do, right? And for men, men becoming gay, why Jack Donovan talks about this as well, is he doesn't want to be known for being gay. He wants to be known for being a man and all the great things he's done as a man, because that's what makes your character, your actions. So, if you want to word it like Cobra Tate, if you want a medal for doing it in the butt, then I guess, everyone should get a medal for doing it in the butt, right? It's like, dude, come on. It's just weird. Like, the only thing that, it's just weird. The whole thing is just weird. It's all out of whack, and they're just teaching kids how to, do all these weird things. And, for me, I don't care if you're gay, but obviously if you just promote it to kids, then that's where the issue starts coming, because a lot of kids are just getting confused. And I don't think it's healthy. I don't think it's healthy for young kids to be promoted to all this trans stuff and this, gay pride stuff and all this stuff that's going on. I think it's better to learn about things from, just science, logic, reasoning, things like that. I didn't argue with a gay snowflake telling him how I bet my life that his personality would be different if he was straight, acting all feminine, sitting down to piss. Yeah, so that's the one thing I noticed as well, is like, these guys who out of nowhere become gay, they start dressing different, they start talking different, they start acting different, they start hanging out with different people. And it's like, wait, what? Why? Just because you're gay, you have to change the way you talk or the way you sound? It doesn't make any sense. So the way you act, it doesn't make any sense. I think you can. I think you can be a completely masculine gay guy. So
Exactly. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
yeah, there's some things going on, and it's some weird stuff. It's some weird stuff, and I don't think it's okay. So
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So just yeah. Wrapping up with MGTOW, just yeah, that's the problem with it, right? That's why it's not sustainable because hey, every human has an individual purpose. Like what is Logan's purpose? What is Enrique's purpose? But every human has the same purpose, and it's to reproduce because we're animals. Like at the end of the day, that's really what makes us animals. Is that all animals have the purpose to reproduce. That's why animals go extinct. That's why they're hunters. To how to say, like, control the population, right? To say we can't have overcrowding of this and that. Like okay, we can't have overcrowding and this and that. So yeah, it's said yeah, we can't make it our whole personality. That's true. We can't.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, it's if I make my whole personality about being an alpha male. That's just weird. Like it's like, dude, no. Like my
Yeah.
personality goes much more deeper than just being alpha's only club. It goes much more deeper than everything else. So guys who just say they're gay out of nowhere, even though they've never had sex with a guy. But half of them do it because it's popular. I hear stories all the time of guys saying they're gay, and then they try having sex with the guy and they just don't like it. They're not even into it at all. They can't even get hard, and it's like, bruh. And they find out, hey, I actually wasn't gay. So it's like, all right, great, now you know. So it's like, dude, seriously, like, assuming it's just so popular nowadays, everyone's just getting confused. It's like, am I gay? Am I, whatever. They have no idea. So, that's just how it is. And also, there's consequences to everything you do. You know, I think being gay is great for, in terms of, what makes you happy, whatever, or what you're sexually attracted to. But you have to understand there's a consequence to that. And the consequence is you can't reproduce. Can't reproduce. That's the biggest issue today is, it might be okay, right? I'm not going to argue against you being gay or not gay. What my argument is, are you able to reproduce? And, because that's part of your purpose. Are you on your purpose? Are you able to reproduce and keep this society growing? Or are you part of the people that are depriving it from growing, right? So that's kind of where I go borderline of, that's a little interesting because, I don't have any issues with gay people, but there is also consequence to everything you do. And so for me, for example, I want men and women to have healthy, happy relationships. I want men to be attracted to women. I want women to be attracted to men so they can make babies. Because the biggest issue to us right now is our society is who's left? Who's left standing? Because right now we're in a situation where we are declining in baby making and we're declining in reproduction. Men are losing their testosterone. Women are just becoming super unattractive, and women are waiting also to have kids, which also plays a big factor on a woman's ability to have kids as well. So, and also with abortion, just there's a lot of things going against reproduction. A lot of things are going against reproduction. Um, so, that's why I'm trying to limit, those things, but also at the same time, the best thing you guys could do is, like I said, have healthy and happy relationships with women. Um, that's it.
Yeah, absolutely. I know the All right, so it's a couple topics. It's obviously LGBTQ, BLM, whatever. But this is my problem. Just starting with LGBTQ is the hypocrisy, right? You don't want to be treated differently, yet you act in a way to stand out. Okay, like either you make your sexuality the whole part of your personality, or you just want to talk shit on people who are straight, and you just want to say,
Hmm.
because look, bro. Okay, first of all, you're probably gonna disagree with me on this because you're going to the forces and this and that. I don't believe Father's Day should exist. I don't believe Mother's Day. I don't believe any month for anything should exist because I believe everybody who has value should be cherished every day. Every vet should be cherished every day. Every mother that's good should be cherished every day. You know what I mean? But I mean, I understand definitely why vets have a month of their own, right? But I get like this is my opinion. I don't see how anything should have a month on its own. How anything should have a day. Everything that has value should be cherished every day. However, things that don't really have value that are, I mean, hey, you might have value, but it's part of your personality. There's no point of making a Pride Month because you don't want to be treated differently, yet you want to stand out. Every time you see Pride, you hear about Pride Month. Every time you see a new company making a Pride collection, every time you see a flight of stairs being painted with the rainbow colors, a crosswalk in the street, every time you see everything about this Pride, you're just asking yourself to stand out. You know what I mean? So that's
Yeah.
my problem with it, the hypocrisy with it.
Yeah, it's very hypocritical also with the media. But yeah, I mean, Veterans Day is only a day, and then there's a whole month of being gay. So it's a big difference. But yeah, I mean, I think, TikTok and social media, they just, I think, what was it, the straight flag? Straight flag was going on and going super viral because a lot of people, you saw a lot of people fed up with, why is it not okay for us to talk about how straight we are and how awesome it is to be straight? What's wrong with that? And you started
Yeah.
to see a lot of gay people and a lot of trannies getting upset about that. No, you can't talk about that. No, that's disrespectful. It's like, wait, what? That we're doing the same thing. We're doing exactly the same thing you guys are doing. We're promoting it to everyone, and then you guys are getting upset, triggered. But it was all obviously a meme, and it showed how people got so serious about this one thing. Of we came a little bit close. We came a meme came close to what they were doing, and they got triggered and upset. It's like, come on, dude, really? It just shows the hypocrisy, and it's sad because I posted about the straight flag, and I said shout out to all the boys who are repping the flag, right? And I put the little straight flag is like orange and black. I got banned on TikTok. When my second account got banned on TikTok just because of that one video, and they didn't never explain why. They just said if anyone talks about the straight flag or straight pride or whatever, you get banned. That's it. You literally got banned. Every single creator that talked about it got banned, or their videos got deleted. They couldn't post for like 2 3 weeks. I was one of the creators that got banned permanently for just absolutely no reason. They didn't say anything. They just banned me. So, obviously TikTok's super commie, but it is what it is. So
Yeah. Yeah, I see. Yeah, all right. Well, look, like because I know you obviously you don't agree with communism, all that stuff, right? And like I said, I grew up in China. Now, I wasn't at an age where I was like mentally mature. Like I see what's going on, this and that. Now, I don't know if you know this, but so all right. First of all, I don't really know much about politics. But just I just want to tell you something from my experience, at least, is that in China, gay people are looked down upon a lot, man. Like literally, it's like Russia. It's like a mental illness over there,
mhm.
and they're doing something now to make men masculine and to make women like more feminine, which is awesome.
Yep.
Like hey, I'm not saying China doesn't have problems. It definitely does with many things, but I'm just like I want to tell that to you in case you weren't aware. Is that
Oh no, yeah, yeah, I'm definitely aware because yeah, I think they already know there's an issue, and obviously they have the ability to control people, so they're gonna instantly do it. So
yeah. Yeah, I know, absolutely, man. There's a whole lot of control going over there. And actually, I wasn't aware that Bad Month was only one day. I thought it was a month here in Canada. I might be wrong. I don't know what it is. I don't really care, but
oh, okay.
yeah, it might be just a day. All right. So yeah, that's definitely a problem with all this gay stuff that it's all being promoted and all this and that. And that's my problem with Black Lives Matter as well, with the month and with the movement. So first of all, my problem with Black Lives Matter is the hypocrisy of the movement. It's like you're trying to step like look, I understand like pretty much every kind of movement has some kind of good intention, like even feminism did, right? But when you want to like really make yourself stand out, get all this about being black and stuff. Like Morgan Freeman, was asked, like what he thought, and he said, like, there's no point of Black History Month. I'm American. American history. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
he even said, "You want the problem solved? Stop talking about it."
absolutely, yeah. No, it's people are pushing things that are only creating more problems, bro, and that are only creating hate. Like it's stupid and it's not worth it because if you really want to go deep into Black Lives Matter, why don't you talk about the Black people who kill Black people? Why don't you talk about all the crimes that Black people commit? Hey, I mean, yeah, sure, I'm a racist. We all are fucking racist, right? I mean, we all say shit that isn't politically correct. But I'm not hating on Black people. I'm just speaking the truth, bro. You want to talk about Black Lives Matter? Be fucking open. Be honest. Don't hide behind, oh, we're only going to shit on white people. Only when a white cop kills a black guy. How about when black cops kill Latinos? You know what I mean? Like, it's so full of shit, man. It's so full of shit.
Yeah, I mean, but I think I saw a lot of opportunity out of this. I think a lot of people woke up from this as well. A lot of people are starting to share the same mindset as us, and I think it's great because it blew up on itself. I think too much of pushing lies starts to implode on itself, and I think that's exactly what happened. I think a lot of people started to wake up of, I don't think this is, I don't think this is just normal rioting or protesting. There's a building burning down in the background of this news channel. It's like, bro, I think a lot of people are starting to question things. Like a lot of people start switching up because of Black Lives Matter, which I think is great.
Yeah.
I thought, they thought that, we're gonna keep pressing this, but a lot of people started to wake up, and a lot of people were upset, and you know, and the people started fighting back. People are not gonna be fed up with this stuff. They're not gonna, allow this stuff to be taught. They're not gonna be allowed. They're not allowing this stuff to, keep being pressed on everything. But yeah, it imploded on itself. People saw the truth from everything. People know, like, this wasn't genuine. This was not genuine. Like, you even see months later, a girl who started BLM or whatever, founder or whatever, buys a fucking mansion. It's like, dude, you guys gotta realize that this shit's not genuine. Like, I know some friends, or so-called friends, right, acquaintances, who donated to Black Lives Matter, and then I see them posting about how triggered they are because they got scammed. They're like, where did my money go? They're like, what did it go to? It didn't go to anything. Like, how can you donating money help with it? I don't understand. I don't see, what's logical. They didn't have a game plan to have, hey, if you donate money, here's where it's going to go to. It didn't say anything. It just was like, donate to Black Lives Matter. And kids were just like, okay, I'm going to put this Black Lives Matter fucking link in my description, things like that. I was like, bro, seriously, how about you start your own business? How about you make money for that? How about you put in a bunch of effort and make money for Black Lives Matter and then get your building burned down? How about that? How about you start a business, have all your funds go to Black Lives Matter, and then have Black Lives Matter burn down your building, okay, and call it a protest, okay? So seriously, like, dude, it's stupid, dude. Half these kids, they're just doing it for clout. They're just doing it for virtue signaling. They're just doing it to get approval, and it's just so weak.
Yeah, they're doing it for the what I call the follower effect. They're
Yeah.
so weak that they do things like they do things that other people do, not for their emotional feelings, for their intentions in the mind. They do them because everyone else is doing them. Like, oh my god, if I don't do it, how are they going to see me this black hater? Like, I don't want to be seen that way.
It's survival.
So, absolutely, man. So fuck, what did I say, man? I forgot. Oh yeah. So like I talked with this girl one time. We had a protest in Ottawa like months ago about Black Lives Matter, and COVID was really bad here, and like like they were implementing a lot of rules, which I think is like I think it's right on something like I don't agree a lot with people who like they feel really butthurt about their freedom. Like, hey, I understand like America's America, freedom of speech. Like I'm moving there, it's fucking awesome. I agree with it, but there's some things that you need to do. Like to a certain point, you should wear a mask. To a certain point, there's some things you should do to be controlled. I'm not saying you need to be an extremist. I'm saying you need to take the scientifically backed precautions. That's my opinion. And that's not what the people here were doing, man. Like they were going to protest, right? So I was telling people because the government even closed everything down: restaurants, malls, gyms, MMA academies, everything. So I was telling people, why the fuck are you going to a protest? It's not going to change anything. People have been protesting for decades. If it would change something, it would have changed something decades ago. So why are you going to go to a protest to try to fight for something that's not going to change when you're actually creating a worse problem, which is increasing cases in COVID, which by the fucking government here in Canada is going to close things more. You know what I mean? You're fucking us over with things that have no point. You know what I mean? So that's my big problem with it, and that's my big problem with all these movements, man. Is that I feel nowadays that a lot of young people their solution to the problem is to either ignore it or to cancel it, right? Because going into body positivity, look, my thoughts on body positivity are, I think that it makes sense if you can't change your body. Like me, I'm 5'3". I fucking love my height. You know, I mean, hey, in some way, not a lot of girls do, but I fucking love my height. But I can't change it. So, Logan, if I got my phone and I made a TikTok and said, "I'm fucking short, give me body positivity," you think they wouldn't give me rat's ass. But a fat girl who can change her body, they give her everything. And that's so wrong. Because look, bro, look, it's none of my business. Sure, it's none of my business. Like if you're gay, I'm not the penis police. It's none of my business if you're fat, whatever, this and that. But bro, like what you're doing is having impact on society, and it's not even just impacting you. It's impacting your kids. Because bro, if you're fat and you have a kid, what is he gonna see? My dad's a fat fuck. It's normal to be a fat fuck. It's normal to live on the couch.
Yeah.
That's not the way it's supposed to work, man. We're supposed to have so much potential. That's my problem with this, you know.
Yeah, it's just weakness and complacent people, and it's sad. It sucks for the kids. But yeah, I mean, accept who you are to a certain extent. Obviously,
Yeah,
accept the things that you obviously can't change, and then things that you can change, try your best to change them. And that's part of becoming a better version of yourself, and also just loving yourself. You want to love yourself to a certain extent. You don't want to love yourself as a fat fuck. You want to love yourself as being the best version you can. And obviously, the best version of me is I'm 5'7", you're 5'3". That's the best version that we could get. Unless we get surgery, which is just I'm not gonna do that. That's too far.
yeah,
But fucking and then also with weight, I want to become bigger. I want to become stronger. And I don't want to get complacent and just love myself for just being complacent. I love myself for trying to be better. So
yeah, yeah, man. That's the problem that I have when people say, "Be yourself," or accept yourself for who you are. Like, if you can't change it, if you're missing a fucking ear, if you're a fighter and you have cauliflower ear, if you have something you can't change, yes, have the balls to say this is the situation. I can't change it. So work on what you can change. Like me, I'm not even fucking bald naturally. I just love shaving my head. You know what I mean? And so many guys like they would feel uncomfortable. Like men need to realize that that's where it is what it is comes to play. It is what it is not about being mediocre. It's about realizing that, hey, I can't change this. It is what it is. I just gotta accept it, and hey, maybe not believe it and not deal with it, whatever. You know what I mean? But you should like physically, like going a little into fitness. You need to change what you can change. You know what I mean? Like bro, guys who say that muscles don't matter. I mean, to a certain degree, if that's their whole personality. Yes, it's not. It's a turnoff. But if you're fucking jacked, if you can choke a girl during sex, if you can go longer, like whatever it is that being jacked brings to the table, you're telling me that that's not gonna, turn girls on. Like bro, I'm not even the biggest guy myself, and I have girls looking at me in class. I have girls looking at me in the lockers just because I'm in good shape. So being in shape fucking matters, bro. You know what I mean? Like it matters. It matters a lot, man.
yeah, it's definitely part of attraction. It helps you open more doors. It helps, it creates more opportunities for you. Definitely creates more opportunities for your health, for attraction, and everything else. When a girl sees a guy who's fit and attractive, it shows that he is taking care of himself. Girls want to know a guy that's actually taking care of themselves. I always say looks don't matter, which is true, but they want also a guy who takes care of themselves. So when they have strong feelings for a guy, obviously looks don't matter. When they have a true desire for a guy, looks don't matter. But what first gets your foot in the door is somewhat of your looks. That's what they see first. That's what
Exactly.
makes them, look at you. So I think it's super important to, at least do some certain things. But yeah, I'm gonna be having a shaved head soon too. So it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, man. No, bro. Being bald is fucking awesome, man. Like I take cold showers. I do all this stuff, and bro, just you touch your head, it feels colder. Like, bro, you lie down with a fucking pillow on, it just feels so relaxing, bro. Like literally, I fucked a girl like 3 days ago, and she was just like, "Oh, can I touch your head?" Oh, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. It's just it's awesome, bro. You're probably gonna like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, being fit, it can't be your whole personality, but it does matter. You know what I mean? It definitely it matters a lot. And girls are very analytical, and they're very like they overthink things, and a lot of guys don't realize it because, bro, your external reflects here. You know what I mean? Like if you see a guy who's fat, hey, there might be things that are going on in his life that it's very hard to solve. But most of it comes from putting in the fucking work. It's that simple, bro. It's really that simple. Picking up shit, learning a martial art. It's not that hard, man. it's all about if you have the hunger, if you want to do it, just going and putting in the fucking work. Like it's not that hard, man, and it reflects. You know what I mean? Again, when you go, I go to Walmart. You know, I went to Walmart like 3 days ago. I see people who have carts with vegetables, with beef. Hey, you know, this guy's taking care of himself. I see
Yeah.
this fat fuck who has chips, who has cookies. Hey, this guy doesn't care. You know what I mean? It is
Yeah, I
what it
mean,
is.
yeah, you could just look in someone's grocery cart and see what they're buying, and you could obviously just you could see, what they're putting in their body is how they see themselves and view themselves as, you cannot put shitty foods in a really good high quality engine. It just doesn't work that way. So
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Absolutely, bro. I have a skin disease, and it gets I have control now, but it gets pretty bad. And so what's I gonna? Oh yeah, so I've been hurt in like pretty bad scenarios. So I know from personal experience how amazing the body can heal. You know what I mean? Like I just know the body's amazing. And when I see people, that's my biggest problem with body positivity, normalizing being obese, not even fat, being obese. When I see people who are content with eating, with solving the problems through eating and being fat, it doesn't piss me off. It just makes me see how lost they are, and they don't realize your body is so fucking incredible, bro. Like literally, your body has all the potential in the world. So that's about fitness, man. And there's not much left. I know maybe you got some things to do and stuff like that. We got a few other topics left, just very quick. But so that's about fitness, man. It's definitely important. I believe every guy should work out. Every guy should get help, even if they don't know what they're doing. They need to get some kind of help, diet, sleep, all that good stuff. And
Right.
martial arts as well, man. Martial arts, or combat sport. Like, look, I don't know if you because you wrestle, right? That's not a martial art. That's a combat sport. Like
Hmm.
martial arts are things with belts, with ranks and all that stuff. It's kind of the same thing, but it's not, right? So still, all right. What are your all right? I'm just gonna say real quick. I believe that every man should be a lethal gentleman, and that's where James Bond comes into play. Because, bro, before I began this Red Pill stuff, I loved James Bond, and I never really realized why. But now I really see, like, oh shit, like there are many reasons why he turns girls on. He's playful, he takes himself seriously, but he's playful.
Right.
And I feel like the main thing, bro, is that he's a gentleman, but he's lethal. And women want to be with a guy who isn't going to be lethal when it's not necessary, who will be when he has to, but who has the ability to be lethal because that's human nature. That's hypergamy, bro. Women want the guy. You think a fucking woman a million years ago was going to go to the caveman that couldn't protect her against a bear? No, bro. She was going to go to the caveman who could kill the bear and feed the bear to her and the kids. That's who she would choose. And
Right.
human nature doesn't change. Human nature doesn't change. So, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, even like Jordan Peterson said, he said, a harmless man is not a good man. A good man is a very dangerous man who has it under voluntary control. And I literally made a podcast about this today. For Alpha's Only Club is I had a
Yeah.
podcast just called Be Dangerous. I literally talked about that today. Was why exactly today about James Bond, why it's important to have those skills and why fighting is so important in young men and just for your mindset and also knowing that when shit hits the fan you want others around you who share the same values and mindset as you who know, hey, if shit hits the fan I gotta be able to kill some motherfuckers. If shit hits the fan I gotta be able to kill some motherfuckers. If you're not able to do that, no one could trust you. No one could really trust you unless unless they know that you can handle your shit and you can handle other people trying to kill you or others around you. Super
Yeah.
important for men. And obviously the weakening of men don't want to do these things anymore. Oh, I don't want to, I don't want to try, I don't want to fight people or no, I don't want to do these things, I'd rather just I don't know, play video games, right? And that's just part of it. So,
Yeah, man. I just rather fucking play UFC on my phone instead of going and busting my ass at the gym. Yeah, no,
exactly.
it's the truth, man. And men, the reason why men don't grow is because they seek comfort. And comfort zone is where dreams go to die, and the comfort zone is where you don't fucking like, bro. All right, I'm just gonna, that's for the end. I'll say it in the end. But yeah, no, definitely martial arts are essential. But obviously not just training, like sparring, like because like with wrestling, you got conditioning, you got all the drills you do, all the techniques, takedowns, ground control. But you actually got the practice. Got okay. I don't know, fucking go do a 2 minute round. Whoever pins someone the most times wins, whatever the fuck it may be.
Yeah.
Sparring, which is AKA what you're saying, fighting, is essential, man. Because if you just the skills, but you don't know how to apply them, you're fucked. You need to know how to apply them. And when I told this to people, you got to know how to be lethal. Like they take it the wrong way because they're like they think I'm fucking mentally ill. Well, I'm not. Like I'm just saying like you need to know how to fucking kill someone with their t-shirt, with your hands, with a knife, with a fucking watch. You need to know how to be able to do it, man. Because if you don't, like, do everything for yourself, you know. But if you're not gonna do it for yourself, do it for your fucking wife, do it for your fucking kid. How is your kid gonna feel if he sees his dad get bitch slapped in the street and he doesn't do a single thing about it? That
Right.
kid is gonna get fucked mentally, my guy, and that's gonna affect him in so many ways in his life. So I always push on my channel. I always push people to do things for themselves. But if you're not gonna do it for yourself, at least do it for other people that are gonna be around you to protect them. You know what I mean? To make them feel good.
I agree. People, girls especially, need to feel safe and comfortable around you. If they can't, legs close. That's it. Girls don't
Exactly.
feel safe around weak men. Weak men can be controlled, and that's it. If someone has
Exactly.
control over you, there's no way any girl's gonna find you attractive. That's it.
Yeah. No. Exactly. Man. No. Like, I've had girls who like they don't really like it because like I mean they were higher quality girls when they're like because like they'd be worried, oh Enrique, you know, I don't want you to get hurt or whatever, this and that, like they'd be kind of worried, you know. But most girls do see it as a turn on, you know. When I say like, you know, hey, I do Muay Thai, hey, I'm competing, whatever the fuck, they like it, man, you know, because obviously it's a very masculine feature of
Yep.
being able to fuck somebody up,
Yep.
and it also translates into everything else. You know, he's gonna be able to protect me. You know, he's gonna have better stamina to fuck better. Whatever it translates into so many things in your life, and that's
Definitely.
what really turns women on. You know, so definitely. All right, so just what I want to say real quick is that everybody should do martial art. I don't give a fuck if you can't go to a gym, if you can't just buy a punching bag, have someone to train, buy an instructional, whatever. If you can, wrestling is awesome. I'd say wrestling is probably better than jiu-jitsu because, like, bro, if you know, if you're in the street and you take somebody down and you slam them on the concrete, rather than fucking choking and this and that, it ends the fight. You know.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, then if you do jiu-jitsu, you'll know how to finish better. So,
Exactly. Exactly.
yeah, I think some situations you won't be in concrete. You might be in grass. Might be slamming someone onto a table. You don't know, right? So I think jiu-jitsu is really good. I think jiu-jitsu is definitely up there.
Yeah.
Wrestling is also really up there as well.
Yeah.
Um, even you saw Khabib versus McGregor. That's it. It's just how it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, man. No, he. That was.
Yeah,
I'm a McGregor fan. That was pretty fucking tough for me, man. He's fight. Are you watching the fight tomorrow?
yeah. But yeah, dude.
Yeah. Man,
Yeah,
I'm
I
really
saw.
fucking stoked.
Yeah, I love McGregor, but McGregor just sucks at on ground. That's just the hard truth. McGregor dude, Khabib, dude, he just wrestles. He just wrestles. That's it. And his younger brother also just clapped a bunch of people just from wrestling and jiu-jitsu. That's
Yeah,
it.
he
That's all
did.
they do. Just grappling. That's all they do. All
Yeah,
ground. It's ridiculous. So it shows.
yeah,
It shows. Like, okay, you could be really good at boxing, but if you're going against a really good wrestler, that wrestler is always going to win.
yeah,
Always, unless you get one very lucky uppercut, knee, elbow when they take a shot. But besides that, you saw like, dude,
yeah,
there's just not enough time. Not enough time to do any of those things. And even if you do land a really good punch, chances of knocking someone out with the punch is very low. You got to do it repetitively. You know what I mean?
absolutely. Yeah, yeah. No, man. Yeah, the adrenaline is all pumping up when you're in a fight. You know what I mean? And no, look, I think if you know how to grapple in whatever way, it is superior. But you still need to know how to stand up. Because look, bro, like I've been in a situation where, yeah, you know how to grapple skate. But if you have like three guys against you, you're not gonna fucking grapple, man. You go to the ground,
No.
they start kicking your head. So you gotta know how to kick someone. You gotta know, how to like. This is many things. So definitely, like I say, wrestling is awesome, and I recommend Muay Thai as well. Kickboxing is just a little bit like a more watered down version of it. And yeah, definitely, man. No, if you know how to wrestle, you can fuck someone up pretty well, bro. All it takes is one good takedown, and it's over.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah, but yeah, multiple guys. I think stand up super important. Obviously, for multiple guys, like you're right.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think that's exactly what I talked about on my podcast. Be dangerous, literally
exactly.
today. So
Yeah, no, man, fucking like, bro, I could literally choke someone with a fucking t-shirt, but like that's how amazing jiu-jitsu is.
yeah,
But
jiu-jitsu is great.
yeah, all right. So just wrapping up real quick, I just want to ask you a little bit about weapons and the forces. So you're going to the Marines, am I correct or am I incorrect?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. Now, how does that work? Like, are you like you have access to a phone? Like, where do they send you? Like if you feel comfortable talking about it, publicly.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be gone for 3 months boot camp. And we're not gonna be able to get our phones because I think we go straight into training after that. So I'm not gonna have my phone for a while, but that's why I have my video editor posting videos while I'm gonna be on. I have someone running my social media so they could reply to messages, or when new people come in, they ask, "Hey, where the fuck's Logan at?" they'll be able to respond. They'll also be able to post some pictures, some screenshots of stuff on my social media. But I'd highly suggest you guys just follow, subscribe, and just turn on post notifications. And and I'll be going in about exactly a month from now. Exactly a month from now. So in a month, I won't have my phone, nothing. So that's why I'm trying to pump out as much content and as much information and value to people before I leave. And then when I get back, when I have time, I'm definitely gonna try to pump out more content, more new content, and different content from things I learned, and things like that. So definitely, I'm gonna continue to keep doing this in the future. Obviously, it's gonna be slowed down this year, until I start giving into the balance of things. But for the next 6 to 8 months, it's gonna be pretty slow content, sadly. But it's a 3% thing. So if the boys are loyal followers and true followers, and they're gonna stick with me. So
Yeah. Yeah, congrats, man. They never really. I mean, bro, I'm fucking Mexican. The military is practically a joke, but it never really appealed to me that much. The whole idea, but I have, bro. The reason the reason I'm sitting here in a fucking room with a phone, not having to worry about a war, is because of those men, bro. It's because of the men who went and sacrificed for their country. So like when I said I don't believe the whole there shouldn't be like you said it's just one day for vets. So again, I'm probably incorrect and. I said I don't believe it should exist because I believe they should be cherished every day, But yeah, I think whatever it is, what it is. But definitely, man, I have a lot of respect for you, man. I wouldn't even consider doing that myself, but it means a lot, man. It says a lot about you. It means a lot, obviously, to what you're doing it for and the reason you're doing it for. So congratulations, man. I hope you do. I
yeah,
hope you do good there. I hope you learn a lot, and all the best for you, man.
yeah, definitely. Thank you, bro. I definitely think it's gonna add a lot of value to my life, and I definitely want to put in as much as I can to learn leadership and discipline and everything like that comes along with it. So
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, yeah. I was just gonna like I was that was just gonna be the last part. Like, what's next for us is what I titled it. Because you're leaving and this and that, and because I said on my channel as well, I'm leaving. I'm actually going to San Jose, California, in about like 3 weeks now, kind of like 4 weeks. And all right, so my goal, man, was to make this, make like to the one person here as well and to the future people. I've never said this. My goal was, to make this channel obviously to help people and to make it as a business, which I have not been successful yet, financially. But I'm gonna be a fighter, bro. I'm gonna be a pro fighter. My goal is to be the first double champ from Mexico in the UFC, and to be the first triple division champ. So like, it's a lot of work, bro. But just finally, I want to push people as well. The final message here is put in the fucking work, guys. Like, it's not that simple. Like, it's one thing to have a goal, but another thing to put in the work. Because like me, like I said, I want to be a fighter, bro. I'm putting in 15, 20 kilometers of road work a week. Like I ran 6 kilometers today. I came back. I did a back workout. I did a bag workout because I don't have anybody here. The academies are closed for 40 minutes. Like, I'm putting in the fucking work, guys. So if you guys have a goal, don't just say. You know what I mean? Like put in the fucking work. Go run. Go train. Go train with the coaches. Whatever this and that, and put in the fucking work. So that's just the final thing I want to push. And I'm super stoked, bro, because Habib actually trains in San Jose, bro. The gym is called AKA. So yeah, man, I'm really fucking stoked for the future. Like I said, congrats to you. I'm
yeah, dude,
stoked.
that's fucking awesome too.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'm really stoked for my future. And yeah, man, it's all about leveling up. It's all about being a 3% club, about being the best version we can be. So to wrap it up, thank you, Logan. I thank you for your time. I know it was
Yeah,
pretty long, maybe longer than what I expected, but thank you, man. I know this is going to be very valuable to all the
yeah,
people. It's going to be very valuable. And I mean, I hope you had a good time. I had a pretty good
yeah.
time.
It was pretty awesome.
Thank you, bro.
Fuck yeah.
All right. So I don't know if anybody has any questions. Apparently not. All right. So if I end the broadcast, is that going to kick you out as well?
No, I'm just gonna end the live stream.
I'm just going to end it. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.